A handsome youth lay on a bed of century-old peach wood, his face pale without a trace of color. His fingers twitched, then his eyes opened. Wei Yuan stared at the ceiling, confusion in his gaze. This antique room was no hospital, and for a senior reader of Fanky novel, only one answer fit. He had transmigrated. On Earth, he was a coder. 3 straight all-nighters to hit a deadline, and the moment he stood up to leave, his head spun, the floor rushed up, and everything went black. Now he was here, and before he could even study the room, a lifetime of memories slammed into his skull. The pain was blinding. When it passed, Wei Yuan finally understood who he had become. The body's original owner shared his name. Second son of the Marquis of Qingzhou in the great Li Dao of the Great Yuan dynasty. On paper, a god-tier start, a rich young master with everything handed to him. But the recent memories told a different story. This was not a god-tier start, this was hell. In this world, martial artists were kings. Experts filled the sky like clouds, and those who cultivated to high realms could live 1,000 years and fly across the earth. The original Wei Yuan had real talent. Before adulthood, he had already reached heavenly realm perfection, one step from the void realm. Across all of Qingzhou, few his age could match him. The Marquis had 3 sons. Wei Yuan was the second, and among the 3, his talent was the strongest and his backing the weakest. His eldest half-brother, Wei Cheng, had thinner talent but the heaviest support. Wei Cheng's mother was the younger sister of the Grand Marshal of the Great Li Dao, a man whose status nearly rivaled the Marquis himself. His younger brother, Wei Kai, was 1 year younger and already at Heavenly Realm early stage. His mother was the daughter of the Grand Elder of the Lin family, one of the 3 great families of Qingzhou, and Wei Yuan's own mother, a young miss from a fallen family, so beautiful the Marquis took her in. She died of qi deviation soon after giving birth to him. His father had spent years locked in cultivation seclusion, leaving the residence in the hands of Wei Cheng's mother. With no protection and no wisdom, the original Wei Yuan had flaunted his gift. He mocked his brothers for being weaker. He declared himself the next heir of the Marquis residence, out loud in public. Because in the Great Yuan dynasty, bloodline order meant little. Prove yourself the strongest, and the seat was yours. But to Wei Yuan, the coder, all of it read like a man walking the edge of a cliff. Sharp tongue, sharper pride. The original had offended nearly every young noble in Qingzhou. They couldn't beat him, so they swallowed their hatred and waited. They didn't wait long. 3 days ago, the original had gone out. 3 Heavenly Realm Perfection assassins ambushed him. He would have died on the spot, except his personal old servant, Old Mo, arrived at the final second and cut them down. Wei Yuan sat up slowly, turning the pieces over. Who would dare? The Qingzhou Marquis residence had ruled this land for centuries. To send killers after its son meant either enormous power or a death wish. Several faces rose in his mind, but every trail dead-ended. In this whole vast household, the only person he could trust was Old Mo. Then the worst blow landed. The assassins had shattered his dantian. His heavenly realm perfection cultivation gone, he was a cripple now. He shook his head, a dead end from every angle. And then a voice thundered through his mind. Ding! Detected that before transmigrating, the host was a distinguished reader of Fanky novel on Earth. Meeting the system's distribution requirements, the monthly summoning system is hereby issued. Monthly summoning system beginning connection. Fusion at 10%, 30, 50, 70, 100. Fusion successful. His consciousness dropped into a misty gray space. A black screen hung before him, and a mechanical voice spoke. Ding, hello host. Congratulations on obtaining the monthly summoning system. Wei Yuan's heart pounded. For the first time since waking, he could breathe. What does this system do? Every month, the host receives 1 summoning opportunity. The item obtained could be a sharp weapon, a martial arts secret manual, a bloodline medicinal pill, or a wuxia or anime character. It depends on the host's luck. Can I get more summons? Complete tasks to earn extra summoning opportunities. Tasks are generated randomly, with no fixed targets. Random, so it ran entirely on the system's mood. Wonderful. But the voice kept going. The host has activated the system for the first time and receives 1 newbie gift pack. The once-a-month summon has also been issued. Would the host like to open the newbie gift pack? Open it right now. 10 breaths. Ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining 1 top-grade heart-nourishing pill. Ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining 1 dragon egg. Ding. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the character summoning card, Bai Feng. Wei Yuan's pulse jumped. This was a good haul. He reached to inspect the rewards. A door creaked open. His mind snapped back into his body. An old man in gray stepped in, and the instant he saw Wei Yuan sitting up, his weathered face broke with joy. "Young master, you are awake so soon." This old servant thought it would be days yet. His voice shook. "Old Mo, the one person worth trusting." "I just woke," Wei Yuan said. "Thank you, Old Mo. Without you, I would have died out there." Old Mo waved his hands, flustered. "Young master, you are far too kind. I am your servant, and I still came too late. They saved your life, but your danchin, your cultivation." His tears spilled over before he could finish. Then his face lifted with hope. "Young master, do not lose heart. The Marquis has come out of seclusion. There is a spirit medicine in the treasury that can repair a danchin. I will go and beg him for it right now." Before Wei Yuan could say a word, the old man was already gone. Wei Yuan let out a slow breath, loyal to the bone, but hopeless. He knew that spirit medicine better than old Mo ever could. The first Marquis of Qingzhou had won it from a secret realm, campaigning beside the founder of the great Yuan dynasty. It did more than mend a danchin. It could raise a person's talent. A treasure like that, the Marquis would never surrender. And even if he might, the first madam and third madam would sooner die than let it go to Wei Yuan. Before the system, he might have thrown himself at his father's feet and prayed for a miracle. Now he had something better. In the main hall, a majestic middle-aged man sat in the master's seat, draped in the pelt of some unknown Yao beast, a terrifying aura pouring off him. The Marquis of Qingzhou, Wei Heidong. Two figures entered. A woman of perhaps 30, exquisite, in a custom-made purple dress that clung to every curve. Behind her, a young man of about 18 who wore the Marquis's own features. "Marquis, from your aura, your breakthrough succeeded. Congratulations," she smiled. "Chenger, congratulate your father." Wei Cheng bowed. "This child congratulates father on his successful breakthrough." Wei Heidong reigned in his aura. "During my seclusion, I troubled you to manage the residence, madam, and Chenger has done well. Heavenly Realm early stage in a single year." A second voice cut in from the doorway, sweet and mocking. "Marquis, you cannot only praise Wei Cheng, praise Cheer too. He is 2 years younger, and he also reached Heavenly Realm early stage." A woman in green silk swept in, half her snow-white chest bare, a handsome youth trailing behind her. "Cheer, congratulate your father." Wei Kai bowed low. "This child, Wei Kai, congratulates father on your successful breakthrough." "You have all come. Where is Wei Yuan?" Old Mo should have brought word. A year ago he was already middle stage. With his talent, he should have come far by now. A shadow crossed Luo Zhener's eyes, and her voice turned tearful. "Marquis, you do not know. 3 days before you emerged, Wei Yuan was ambushed. His life was saved, but his danchin was destroyed. He still lies in bed." "What?" The aura that erupted from Wei Heidong flattened the room. "Who dares assassinate my son in Qingzhou? In all of Qingzhou, he was the law. To strike his blood was to spit in his face." "All 3 assassins were killed by Old Mo," Luo Zhener said quickly. Old Mo's voice came from beyond the doors. "This old servant greets the Marquis, the madams, and the young masters." He shuffled in, bent double, and spoke with everything he had. "Marquis, the treasury holds a spirit medicine, the revival grass, that can repair a danchin. In this past year, young Master Wei Yuan reached heavenly realm perfection. This old servant begs you to grant him the revival grass." "Old Mo," the Marquis said. "The first Marquis won this revival grass from a secret realm. It has not been used in hundreds of years. Yuiner's talent is good, but I have another great use for it. I cannot give it to him." Old Mo's face fell. Then a new voice came from the entrance. "Your son Wei Yuan greets father, first mother, third mother, eldest brother, and little brother." Everyone turned as Wei Yuan walked in, pale and swaying, but on his own feet. "I heard what father said. I know the value of the revival grass. It is better that father keeps it. I have one more request. Speak. If it is reasonable, I will grant it. I hear father keeps a small courtyard outside Qingzhou City. Clean air, quiet grounds. I wish to recuperate there until my danchin is healed." The Marquis considered it. "Fine, I will send 2 shadow guards to protect you in secret." Wei Yuan shook his head. "No need, Old Mo is enough. My danchin is ruined. I am a useless man now. The mastermind will not waste another blade on me, and that courtyard is remote, known only to us. Its safety is high. If something did happen there—" He stopped and let the silence say it. Luo Zhener smiled thinly. "Wei Yuan, your words carry weight." Lin Yuga joined in. Big sister is right, you sound as if you suspect us. Wei Yuan only smiled. First mother, third mother, I meant nothing of the sort. Please do not read too far. Wei Cheng shot up, his tone ugly. Then what do you mean by it? You are a cripple now, why keep up the act? Wei Kai just watched, a lazy grin on his lips, saying nothing. The Marquis stepped in. Enough, all of you quiet. Yuiner has walked to the gates of the underworld. His caution is natural, and Chenger, do not speak to your brother that way. He turned. When will you leave? My things are packed, I can go now. Then be careful. I will hurry the search for a cure, and I will hunt down the one who did this. Wei Yuan bowed. Thank you, father. Old Mo, let's go. Old Mo hurried after him, and the two vanished from the hall. When they were gone, the Marquis dismissed his sons and faced his wives alone. Luo Zhenner stretched. Marquis, what did you wish to discuss? The one who ordered Yuiner's assassination. It wasn't either of you, was it? And do you have suspects? Luo Zhenner scoffed. Marquis, do you think me a fool? That I feared Wei Yuan would steal Chenger's seat, so I hired killers? Laughable. His talent is decent, not prodigy tier. He has no backing. That King Realm potential means nothing unless he lives to grow. My father is the Grand Marshal of the Great Li Dao. To me, even the King Realm itself is nothing special. Lin Yuya followed. If Big Sister does not fear him, neither do I. My cheer is nearly his equal in talent. And if I truly wanted him dead, would I hire mere heavenly realm perfection assassins? You underestimate the wealth of my Lin family. The Marquis nodded, a faint smile returning. Do not be angry. I only asked, and with a flash he was gone. The moment they were alone, Luo Zhenner rounded on Lin Yuga. Was that true what you said, or was it you who hired them? I know Wei Kai and Wei Yuan had bad blood. Lin Yuga sneered. You suspect me? Then I suspect you. Of the three, Wei Cheng has the weakest talent. The Marquis has needled him about it more than once, wishing aloud that he had gifts like Wei Yuan's. That pressure nearly gave Wei Cheng a chi deviation during his last breakthrough. So I have every reason to think you crippled Wei Yuan, for Chenger's sake. And we both know crippling a man and killing him are two very different things. Luo Zhenner's smile was cold. I will investigate this myself. I want to see who is framing us. It had better not be you, little sister, because you would not be able to answer to me, and you would not be able to answer to the Marquis. He has given up on Wei Yuan, but the boy is still his blood. Whoever did this slapped his face. He will find them. Then we investigate separately, Lin Yuya said, unshaken. Let us wait and see. 100 kilometers from Qingzhou City, deep in the mountains, Wei Yuan sat in a courtyard sipping tea. Young master, some pastries. Eat while I go to the city for supplies. Old Mo set down a steaming plate. Do not worry, the Marquis had a small formation laid here. Nothing below true realm can enter. Good. Go on, Old Mo. The instant the old man was out of sight, Wei Yuan rose and stepped into the system space with a thought. Ding, would you like to begin the monthly summon? Begin. The black screen flared to life. A lottery wheel spun into view marked with 4 categories. Cultivation, technique, and bloodline, single-use consumables, medicinal pill and weapon, character summoning card. The pointer whirled, 10 breaths later it stopped. Ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining the character summoning card by Tianyu. He had wanted to inspect the newbie rewards back at the residence, but that place had eyes in every wall. This remote courtyard was the whole reason he had begged his father for it. Now, finally, he could see what he'd drawn. First, the pill. Heart-mending pill. A top-grade medicinal pill, repairs the danshan and enhances chi and blood. His breath caught a cure from the very first item. Next, dragon egg. Requires a large amount of treasures for nourishment to successfully hatch. He grimaced. He had less than 500 taels to his name, not enough for a single treasure. He set the egg aside for later. Then the 2 cards. Character by Feng. Title King of White Birds. Realm True Realm Mid-Stage. Pet by Feng. Introduction. Leader of the 4 great heavenly kings of the assassin organization Quicksand under Wei Zhuang in the Legend of Qin. His Qinggong is unparalleled in the world, and he can control and command birds. True Realm Mid-Stage, good. With Qinggong like that, few below King Realm could ever catch him. Character by Tianyu. Title Invincible Divine Saber. Realm Spirit Realm Mid-Stage. Saber Technique by Family Saber Technique. Introduction. Hall Master of the Divine Blade Hall in Bordertown Prodigal, brother of Li Zunhuan, father of Yi Kai, adoptive father of Fu Hongsu. The Bai family Divine Saber is invincible under heaven. Spirit realm mid-stage. That surprised even him. His own father, the Marquis, sat only at late spirit realm. On the surface of Kingzhu, Bai Tianyu could rank in the top 10. He would summon both. The system had already told him summoned characters were 100% loyal and could never betray him. 10 breaths. 2 gates of white light tore open in the void, and 2 figures walked out. One in white, handsome, long purple hair spilling over his shoulders, a smile on his mouth. The other in white too, dashing, wrapped in a terrifying aura. Both flashed to Wei Yuan's side and bowed. Your subordinate, Bai Feng, greets the young master. Your subordinate, Bai Tianyu, greets the young master. No need for such formality, you two. Then the system spoke. Ding, task, truth. Establish an organization to investigate the mastermind behind the assassination of the original owner. Reward, 1 summon attempt. Ding, task hatching. Successfully hatch the dragon egg. Reward, 1 summon attempt. Wei Yuan smiled. The first task he would have chased anyway. The enemy stood in shadow while he stood in the light. If the mastermind learned he had survived, another blade would come. To live, he had to tear the root out. And the second, hatching the dragon egg, well, he was a son of China in his last life. He had loved dragons his whole life. He would not give it up. He fixed his eyes on his 2 subordinates. A name had already come to him, here in Kingzhu, with a dragon waiting inside an egg. I have founded a force here, the Azure Dragon Society. Beneath me there is 1 lord, 2 gods, 3 emperors, 4 sovereigns, 5 chiefs, 6 seats, 7 kings, 8 dragon guards. Your places are already set. Bai Feng, you are one of the 8 dragon guards. Bai Tianyu, you are also one of the 8 dragon guards. From now on, drop young master. Call me Dragon Lord. Both bowed, by your command. Your subordinates greet the Dragon Lord. Good, your first task, find the truth behind the assassination. He laid out everything, every detail of the ambush. Any thoughts? Bai Feng spoke first. Dragon Lord, the suspects are your own generation. Luo Zhener and Lin Yuya are likely not the masterminds. They envy your talent, but not enough to hire killers. Bai Tianyu agreed. The one behind this envies your gift or nurses a grudge against you. Wei Yuan thought. Among my peers, the one who envies me most is my eldest brother, Wei Cheng. Others hide it. As for enemies, 2 stand out. Zhang Hai, second son of the head of the Zhang family, one of the 3 great families. And Wang Qiang, only son of Wang Dong, the governor of Kingzhu. Neither ranks far below me. And there are the enemies of the Marquis residence itself, though I know little of those. Dig into all of it. Thank you, Dragon Lord, Bai Feng said. I have a direction. Wei Yuan clasped his shoulder. Then I await good news. Bai Feng vanished from the courtyard. Wei Yuan turned to Bai Tianyu. Until the mastermind is found, stay and guard me. When the moment comes, I will send you in. Your subordinate obeys, and he too was gone. Wei Yuan drew out the heart-mending pill. Its fragrance filled the courtyard. He swallowed it whole and sat cross-legged. On the training grounds of the Marquis residence, Wei Cheng drove his spear through a boulder, and the stone burst into fragments. His profound sea spear technique had reached minor achievement a month early. Ever since the news of Wei Yuan's ruined Danshan, his heart had been so light that his cultivation flew. Wei Yuan, he murmured, I have you to thank for this. Chenger, come. I have something to tell you. His mother waited nearby. In her room, Luo Zhener studied him, then asked it straight. Did you hire the assassins to kill Wei Yuan? Wei Cheng jolted. Mother, are you joking? I dislike him, I detest him, but I would never hire killers. He is still my half-brother. If father learned of it, I would be finished. Look into my eyes, Chenger. Are you certain you are not lying? It is only us here. If you did it, say so. Mother will shield you. Your grandfather is the Grand Marshal of the great Li Dao. For his sake, even the Marquis would not touch you. To her, a useless Wei Yuan weighed nothing against the Luo family. And if you did not do it, we have even less to fear. Your father goaded you with Wei Yuan's talent until you nearly suffered qi deviation. It would be no wonder if you hated him. Tell mother the truth. Was it you? Wei Cheng breathed out. I did not do it, I did not hire them. Good, mother believes you. She pressed a jade box into his hands. This is the reward I asked for on your behalf. He opened it, and a strange fragrance rolled out. His true qi surged on its own. Inside lay a white fruit the size of a peach. Mother, what is this? The profound spirit fruit. Your grandfather won it from a secret realm. It raises talent and cleanses the marrow. Eat it, and your gift will rival Wei Yuan's. Work hard, Chenger. Mother wants you to be the next heir of Kingzhu. His eyes hardened with resolve. He knew what such a fruit cost her with so many uncles and cousins on his grandfather's side. The seat will be mine, mother. Wei Kai will not take it. After he left, a figure melted out of the shadows. Luo Ye, you guarded Chenger from the dark. Was everything he said true? The figure hesitated, then spoke firm. Young miss, every word was true. Good, your mission. Find the mastermind. As you command. Luo Ye vanished without a trace. Luo Zhener smiled to herself. Lin Yuga, I hope the culprit turns out to be you. Then the seat belongs entirely to my Chenger. In the Marquis's study, Wei Heidong wrote in silence. 3 black-clad figures appeared and knelt. Your subordinate Xuan with Xuan San and Xuan Si pays respects to the Marquis. We await your orders. He finished half a candle's worth of writing before he looked up. You know of the attempt on my son. Marquis, we know. Find the mastermind. Whoever it is, kill them, no mercy. As you command. They were gone in an instant. Wei Heidong lifted the scroll he had written, frowned at it, and it turned to ash in his hand. If a tiger does not show its might, they take it for a sick cat. Anyone who cripples my son ends one way, death. Another figure appeared, this one right at his side. Marquis, a letter from the great Bright Hall Master of Chuanya Prefecture. He read it and his face went grim. He wrote a swift reply. Send this back as fast as you can. As you command. Alone again, he sank into his chair and murmured to no one. For the future of the Marquis residence, it seems I can only sacrifice you. There is no other way. Outside Qingzhou City, Bai Feng stood beneath a sky full of circling birds, each tiny as a mosquito. He had found them in the forest and named them hidden wind birds, for they could turn invisible, perfect little spies. He looked toward the vast city, then toward his birds and walked for the gates. Inside King Feng Restaurant, one of the 2 great restaurants of Qingzhou, a group of young nobles filled a private room. Young Master Wang, young Master Zhang. Do you know the hottest news in Qingzhou lately? Wang Qiang had been in seclusion and only just emerged. He shook his head. A handsome youth grinned. That fellow Wei Yuan was assassinated. His life was saved, but his dantian is destroyed. He is a cripple now. Wang Qiang's face lit with joy. Brother Zhang when? 4 days ago. Good, good, good. He said it 3 times, delight peaking. Tonight is on me, 3 servings of every signature dish, and 10 jars of the 100-year King Feng wine. The room showered him with praise. A pity I was in seclusion. 4 days ago I would have booked the whole restaurant. Wei Yuan used to lean on his talent and look down on us, strutting like he was already the heir. Let us see how arrogant a cripple can be. Zhang Hai smirked. How can a cripple be heir to the Marquis residence? What else is left for him? Wang Qiang said. Just waiting to die. Another youth cut in. I hear the Marquis came out of seclusion in a fury. He is hunting the mastermind, determined to catch them. Zhang Hai stayed calm. No matter, it was not me. I would not dare send killers after Wei Yuan. On the surface, his rank matched Wei Yuan's, but in a head-on clash, the Zhang family was no match for the Marquis residence. Wang Qiang stood. An upright man does not fear a crooked shadow. We hate Wei Yuan, but not enough for assassins. Drink up. However the Marquis investigates, this has nothing to do with me. The room roared back to life. Just outside the window, several mosquito-sized birds watched every word. In a cave in a dense forest beyond the city, 3 figures gathered. Third brother, one said, this revenge is perfect. We start with Wei Heidong's most gifted son. But I do not understand. Why not let the 3 Heifeng brothers simply kill Wei Yuan, all 3 at heavenly realm perfection? Even a genius could not have escaped. Why only destroy his dantian? The one called third brother smiled. Second brother, because I have another plan. Destroying the dantian serves it. A book appeared in his hand, 4 great characters on the cover. Blood Man Elixir Technique. The other 2 sucked in a sharp breath at the sight of it. Eldest brother, second brother. I took this 3 years ago from a dead blood demon cult elder. It is incomplete, only the first half. Practicing it carries side effects, so I kept it hidden. I let the Heifeng brothers spare Wei Yuan so he could taste despair. Watch Wei Heidong's genius son rot into a waste. Does that not feel good? And there is more. We know the treasury holds revival grass. But given Wei Heidong's nature, he will never spend it. That refusal will make Wei Yuan hate his father and split them wider than any blade could. It is not finished. I have already used the Blood Wind Birds to deliver copies of the Blood Man Elixir Technique. Tonight, Wei Cheng and Wei Kai will both receive one. From our long watching, neither cares for Wei Yuan. When they hold a forbidden technique in their hands, and their rival is already ruined, What do you think happens then? The eldest Chen Tian clapped his hands. Third brother is truly third brother. This move is vicious beyond words. The second Chen Dai nodded. Third brother is the sharpest of us. If not for Wei Haidong all those years ago, you would likely have reached the king realm by now. Second brother, Chen Tian said. If we had not dragged him down, third brother would be there already. Chen Ren shook his head. Eldest brother, second brother, we are blood, no such talk. Our enemy is Wei Haidong and the whole Qingzhou Marquis residence. Killing intent rose across his face. If not for Wei Haidong, their 3 lives would have been 1,000 times better. If we do not raise the entire residence, the hatred in my heart will never rest. That is right, Chen Dai said, seething. I left one more trap, Chen Ren went on, smiling. On the right arms of the 3 Heifeng brothers, I marked evil ghost tattoos. Evil ghost tattoos, Chen Tian said. The signature of the top assassin organization, Yellow Springs. Yes, Wei Haidong is strong, but Yellow Springs has stood since the Great Li Imperial Dynasty. They do not fear a mere Marquis of Qingzhou, and I already control the contact at the Yellow Springs branch. When Wei Haidong sends men to investigate, the contact will swear the assassins who struck Wei Yuan were hired by Wang Qiang and Zhang Hai. The brothers clapped again. Beautifully done. Just wait and watch the show, Chen Ren said. All of Qingzhou is about to face a storm. In an alley outside the Marquis residence, Bai Feng listened as his hidden wind birds reported back. The day's intelligence was worthless. Zhang Hai and Wang Qiang behaved normally, and Wei Cheng had stayed inside the residence cultivating. The mastermind was buried deep. He turned to leave, planning a harder dig tomorrow. Then 2 blood-colored big birds burst from the direction of the Marquis residence, so fast they startled even him. Why would such creatures fly out of the residence at this hour? He gave chase. The 2 birds flew at a speed near the spirit realm, but against Bai Feng's peerless light body technique, invincible below King realm, they were nothing. Just past the city, he caught them. Then they surged, overtaking him again. He was momentarily taken aback. They can still accelerate, there is more to them. All the more proof something is wrong here, and birds this fast would make fine messengers. He circulated his true chi and pressed after them, faster now. Deep in the cave, Chen Ren's eyes snapped open in a rage. Who dares chase my treasures? Chen Tian and Chen Dai broke their cultivation and turned. Third brother, someone is chasing your blood-wind birds. Chen Ren's face was dark. Yes, I am bloodline bound to them. I feel them using their bloodline power. Someone is after them. Then let us go see who dares eye third brother's pets, Chen Tian said coldly. Bai Feng had already intercepted the 2 birds. Your speed is still a little slow. He reached to seize control of them. An angry voice split the air. How bold, you dare lay hands on my spirit beasts. You must be tired of living. 3 black-clad figures stood across from him. The leader, a thin man of about 40 with a sinister face. Behind him, 2 who shared his features. The birds chirped and flew to Chen Ren, landing on his shoulders. He checked them for injury, then locked his gaze on Bai Feng, voice heavy with killing intent. Who are you? How dare you chase my spirit beasts? Bai Feng stayed easy, a faint smile at his lips. So they are yours. I took them for masterless, but I am curious. If they are your spirit beasts, why did they fly out of the Qingzhou Marquis residence? Give me a reasonable explanation. Chen Ren sneered. An explanation, a mere true realm mid-stage, is not worthy to ask me for one. For chasing my beasts, there is only one end. Death. I will explain it to you after I kill you. True chi erupted from him, a terrifying spirit realm mid-stage aura crushing everything within 5 kilometers. Birds scattered from the forest in every direction. Before he could strike, Chen Tian stepped forward. Third brother, why use a butcher's blade on a chicken? Leave this one to me. Chen Ren pulled his aura back. Then he is yours, eldest brother. Bai Feng was only true realm mid-stage. Chen Tian sat at true realm perfection, 2 sub-realms higher, a one-sided slaughter. Bai Feng only smiled, already calculating. Against Chen Ren's spirit realm mid-stage, he stayed wary, but the true realm perfection Chen Tian did not even register. To reach true realm mid-stage so young, the power behind you is decent, Chen Tian said. Unfortunately, you die here today. Do you not talk too much? And the one who dies is not me, it is you. Chen Tian's face went black. Arrogant brat, you are looking for death. His aura roared free, snapping branches for miles. He swung one hand, and true chi condensed into a blood-colored palm print meters wide, crashing down. Bai Feng did not rush. He drew dozens of white feathers from his sleeve and flung them into the air at the last instant. He vanished. The palm print smashed empty ground, leaving a giant handprint. Bai Feng stood atop a single feather. "Is that all your strength?" Enraged, Chen Tian charged. But to Bai Feng, his speed was crawling. He stepped across his scattered feathers and disappeared again, and Chen Tian struck nothing. "Too slow, let me show you what real speed is." Circulating his true qi, Bai Feng became a bolt of lightning, appearing before Chen Tian in an instant. A feather blade drew across his throat, and Bai Feng returned to his spot, all of it faster than even Chen Ren could perceive. Chen Tian stood still, sneering, unaware. "Did you not want to show me speed? Come then, like an ant." Then a chill crossed his neck. His head swam. He touched his throat, lifted his fingers, and saw red. Blood, fresh blood. He stared at Bai Feng in disbelief. How could it be so fast? And he plummeted, slamming into the earth. It happened so fast that Chen Dai and Chen Ren had no time to move. When they came to their senses, they saw Chen Tian sprawled dead and rushed to him. "I said my speed is very fast," Bai Feng said, floating in the air, tone flat. "This is what comes of not believing me." Fury and killing intent poured off Chen Ren. He regretted it now, giving the kill to his brother. He should have known, since Bai Feng ran down birds fast as the spirit realm, that his speed was monstrous. Too late. Chen Tian was gone. Chen Dai wept, holding the corpse. "Third brother, kill him. Avenge eldest brother." 40 years the three had been inseparable, 40 years of hardship, and now, on the eve of their revenge, Chen Tian was dead. Chen Ren rose, eyes fixed on Bai Feng. "State your power. A true realm mid-stage with speed like the spirit realm and your age. No ordinary force raises someone like you. By my intelligence, no one like you exists among the surface powers of the great Li Dao. You must come from a hidden power in an alternate dimension, surfacing with the spiritual qi resurgence. But you should never have killed my eldest brother. Whatever stands behind you, right now in my eyes, you deserve death even more than the Marquis of Qingzhou, Wei Heidong." At that last name, Bai Feng's calm broke. "So you carry a great grudge against the Marquis of Qingzhou. Then the assassination of Wei Heidong's most gifted son, Wei Yuan, his dantian destroyed, the whole city talking of it. That was your work." Chen Ren admitted it without hesitation. "That is right, it was me. Wei Heidong deserves to die, his son deserves to die, the whole Marquis residence should be destroyed, but right now you deserve it most of all." He struck, all his pent rage exploding at once. The spirit realm mid-stage aura ruled everything within 5 miles, thick with blood and killing intent. He waved his hand, and a river of blood-colored true qi surged forward like lightning, ready to swallow Bai Feng whole. Bai Feng did not flinch. He tossed dozens of feathers into the air, circulated his true qi, and unleashed his ultimate technique. 9 phantasms of the Phoenix dance. He blurred, moving several times faster than before, and 6 identical clones bloomed around him. The blood river arrived and tore 3 clones to nothing, then ground the other 3 apart. By the time Chen Ren found the real body, Bai Feng was already 3 miles off. He stopped, turned, and threw his voice across the distance on his true qi. "Listen well, I am from the Azure Dragon Society. Before long, the Azure Dragon Society will come for your life." Then he accelerated and vanished like a ghost. Chen Ren raged, blasting blood-colored true qi into the trees until miles of forest were flattened. Chen Dai knelt in silence, holding his brother's body, eyes empty with grief. When Chen Ren finished, he walked over. "Second brother, contact those above. Have them investigate this hidden power, the Azure Dragon Society. Explain everything. Have them send experts. I want that man dead." For a true realm mid-stage to escape him, the Azure Dragon Society had to hold Spirit Realm, maybe King Realm Masters. Alone, he might not survive their answer. But they were backed by the Imperial Gate, and in all the great Yuan dynasty, the powers the Imperial Gate feared could be counted on 2 hands. Chen Dai's grief hardened into killing intent. "Do not worry, third brother, I will contact them now. That man and his Azure Dragon Society, all of them must die." Back inside the Marquis residence, in Wei Cheng's courtyard, Luoya stared at the book that had appeared. 4 great characters on the cover. Blood Man Elixir Technique. His heart turned over. As a former guard of the Grand Marshal of the Great Li Dao, he knew exactly what those words meant. He went to Wei Cheng's cultivation chamber and found it sealed tight. It would be a while before Wei Cheng emerged. Best to hand the manual to Luo Zhenner and let her decide. In Wei Kai's courtyard, Wei Kai cultivated, his mood soaring at the thought of a crippled Wei Yuan gone from the residence, his true chi flowing faster for it. A knock came at the door. "Who is it?" "Young master, your servant Xiao Hong. I found a book in the courtyard. I cannot read, so I thought to bring it to you." A lewd grin spread across his face. "Xiao Hong, I did not ask you to roleplay today, yet here you are, and with a scene like this, catching me off guard. Quite refreshing." He opened the door, seized the sweet-faced girl, and carried her toward the bed with his other hand, kicking the door shut. "I did not know you knew such games." "Young master, it is not that. I truly found a book in the courtyard, and my relative is visiting today, so I cannot serve you." His delight collapsed. "You raised my hopes for nothing, fine. Show me the book." He took it, and the moment he saw the 4 characters on the cover, his breath seized. He went out, scanned the courtyard, found nothing, and returned. "When you found this, did you notice anything strange?" "No, young master, everything was as usual." "Good, keep this secret, tell no one. If you speak of it, not only you, but your parents, your brother, your whole family will die. Do you understand?" His voice was ice. Xiao Hong dropped to her knees, trembling, tears breaking. "Young master, I swear I will not say a word. Please do not kill me." He waved a hand. "See that you remember, or I truly will." "Leave." "Yes, young master." When she was gone, Wei Kai turned the Blood Man elixir technique over in his hands, wondering who had planted it. This was a forbidden text in the Great Yuan dynasty. From nobles down to commoners, to cultivate it was death. Yet he could not stop flipping the pages, and what he read was intoxicating. "If this works, my talent and my realm can climb far higher. Maybe I will soon break through to the void realm." And then, even with the Grand Marshal of the Great Li Dao behind him, Wei Cheng could never fight me for the seat. Alone in his courtyard, holding a forbidden manual dropped like poison at his feet, Wei Kai began to laugh. Inside the study of the Qingzhou Marquis residence, Wei Heidong was buried in a year's worth of neglected affairs. Luo Zhenner had cleared most of it while he sat in closed-door cultivation, but the important matters still needed his hand. A figure appeared in the room without a sound. "This subordinate Xuan greets the Marquis." Wei Heidong kept writing, not lifting his head. "Speak. How is the investigation going?" "Marquis, we found a malevolent ghost tattoo on the right arms of the 3 dead assassins." The brush stopped. Wei Heidong stood and his face turned grave. "Are you certain it is a genuine malevolent ghost tattoo?" "Based on our investigation, it appears to be genuine." "I do not want to hear the word appears. I want a definite answer." He let the weight of the name settle. "The malevolent ghost tattoo represents Yellow Springs. Without conclusive evidence, I cannot afford to provoke Yellow Springs' wrath." And Yellow Springs was no small thing. The top assassin organization of the Great Yuan Imperial Dynasty, spread across the 24 circuits of Great Li and over 100 prefectures, with branches reaching into the neighboring Great Man Dynasty. To become one of their assassins, a person passed a brutal selection, and failure meant only death. Everyone who passed carried a unique number, verified through the tattoo on their right arm. Take those 3 corpses and find the Yellow Springs branch receptionist. Verify whether they belong to the organization, and I want to know who hired them. Xuan hesitated. "Marquis, will Yellow Springs reveal the employer's identity?" "Have you ever heard the saying, money makes the world go round?" Yellow Springs has 2 traits. First, strict selection. Second, greed for money. Offer 10 times the price the previous employer paid and they will hand you his information. "Go now, I want the mastermind." "Understood, Marquis." The figure vanished. The next morning, Wei Yuan sat in the courtyard drinking tea when old Mo came carrying breakfast. "Young master, please have breakfast." "Thank you, old Mo." Old Mo nearly flinched. "Young master, this old servant cannot bear such formality from you. Please eat quickly. I will go prepare the medicinal cuisine for noon." "Your dantian is shattered, your cultivation crippled. You need to nourish your body." "All right, thank you for the trouble." "Young master, please stop being so polite. If you keep this up, this old servant cannot bear it." All right, I won't be polite then." Only then did old Mo leave, satisfied though a little puzzled. Wei Yuan had always been kind, but never this gentle. He decided the shattered dantian must have softened the young man's temper. Whatever Wei Yuan became, old Mo would stand behind him. If not for Wei Yuan's mother pleading on his behalf years ago, he would have died in this residence long ago. That debt kept him steadfast even after she passed. Wei Yuan took a sip of porridge. and a gust of wind swept the courtyard. A single feather drifted down. Bai Feng stood behind him, bowing low. This subordinate, Bai Feng, greets the Dragon Lord. You came at the right time. Come help me share this. Bai Tianyu, you come out too. Bai Tianyu's figure appeared before him. Greetings, Dragon Lord. Enough with the pleasantries. First, deal with the food. Old Mo had brought enough to feed 10 grown men. Even with his cultivation intact, Wei Yuan could not have finished it, and now the food would only go to waste. After the heart-mending pill yesterday, his dantian had begun to slowly knit itself back together, a full month until it was whole. But that month would not be wasted. By his calculation, once the repair was complete, his cultivation would return, and the residual medicinal power of the heart-mending pill would let him push straight for the void realm. Bai Feng and Bai Tianyu traded a glance. Bai Feng, at the true realm middle stage, could go 10 days without eating. Bai Tianyu, at the spirit realm mid-stage, could go an entire month. What are you refusing my command? Wei Yuan's tone hardened. Eat, eat, we obey the Dragon Lord. Bai Feng grabbed a large steamed bun and dug in. When the food was gone, Wei Yuan finally asked, How is it? Any clues? Bai Feng opened his mouth, then found himself too full, a long hiccup escaping him. My apologies, Dragon Lord. No matter. Tell me. The mastermind is not from the Marquis residence, nor is it Zhang Hai or Wang Qiang, the ones who had grudges against the Dragon Lord. It's 3 people called the 3 Chen brothers. They sent the men who destroyed your dantian, and they carry immense hatred for the Marquis of Qingzhou, Wei Heidong. Immense hatred. The 3 Chen brothers. Wei Yuan searched the original host's memories, and half an incense stick later it surfaced. I remember now. Their Chen family secretly found a silver mine, failed to report it, and mined it in private. When they were exposed, Wei Heidong led the team that annihilated the family. Everyone executed except 3 sons of the family head who escaped. So they've climbed in cultivation over the years and come back for revenge. What realms? The eldest Chen brother is true realm perfection. The second Chen brother, true realm perfection. The third Chen brother is the highest spirit realm mid-stage. But there are only 2 of them left now. This subordinate killed the eldest Chen brother. Well done, Bai Feng. Spirit realm mid-stage, only 1 minor realm below my cheap father. They must have found a fortuitous encounter or joined some powerful faction to rise this fast. Then the system spoke in his mind. Ding, mastermind identified, mission complete. You have gained 1 summoning chance. Does the host wish to use it? Use it. His consciousness slid into the system space, and the roulette wheel began to spin. 10 breaths later, the voice rang out. Ding, congratulations to the host for drawing a character summoning card. Fu Hongsu. Wei Yuan pulled up the profile. Character Fu Hongsu. Title, Saber Saint, Fast Saber, Realm, Late Spirit Realm, Saber Technique. Bai Family Saber Technique. Introduction, a character from Bordertown Prodigal. His adopted father is Bai Tianyu. His saber technique is fierce, his strikes fast and accurate. He has cultivated the Bai family saber technique to the limit and is known as the world's fastest saber. Wei Yuan glanced at Bai Tianyu, amused by the connection. Bai Tianyu, you'll see an acquaintance soon. Prepare yourself. Dragon Lord, I wonder who. You will know soon enough. 10 breaths. The void surged, a white light gate opened, and a thin man in green stepped through, pale-faced, a precious saber on his back. He came before Wei Yuan and bowed. Your subordinate Fu Hongsu greets the young master. Fu Hongsu, look who stands beside me. Fu Hongsu turned. When his eyes found Bai Tianyu, they went moist. Bai Tianyu felt it too, stunned to learn the acquaintance was his own adopted son. Discuss the task first, catch up later. Both nodded, there would be time. Fu Hongsu, from now on you call me Dragon Lord, not young master. And I appoint you as one of the 8 dragon guards of the Azure Dragon Society. Your subordinate obeys. Thank you, Dragon Lord. The system chimed again. Ding, revenge. Successfully kill Chen Dai and Chen Ren within 5 days to obtain 1 summon attempt. Wei Yuan smiled. Perfectly timed, and the only catch was the 5-day limit, which he judged a trifle. He fixed his eyes on Bai Feng. Can you find Chen Dai and Chen Ren now? Dragon Lord, I am confident. Before I fled, I left hidden wind birds to monitor them. The moment they move, I'll follow. Good. You and Fu Hongsu, kill Chen Ren and Chen Dai within 5 days. Your subordinates obey. By Tianyu, you stay by my side and protect me. As you command, Dragon Lord. System alert, you are halfway through the story. Hit subscribe to join the Azure Dragon Society and unlock more epic recaps every week. At the Marquis residence, Wei Heidong had gone the whole night without sleep, finishing the last of the year's affairs when Xu and reappeared. Have you found out? Are those three really Yellow Springs assassins? Xu and knelt on one knee. Marquis, the receptionist of the Yellow Springs branch, verified it. They are indeed their assassins, and it is certain the ones who hired them were Zhang Hai and Wang Qiang. According to Xu Ci's surveillance, after learning young Master Yuan's dantian was shattered, Zhang Hai and Wang Qiang were celebrating in a top-tier private room at the Yu family's Qingfeng restaurant. Wei Heidong's face went dark. Good, good, good. They really don't respect me as the Marquis of Qingzhou. That Wang Dong thinks that because the old fellow backs him, I wouldn't dare move against him. And Zhang Zhengshuan refined on the surface, a wolf in sheep's clothing. Now the evidence is here. I want to see how those two talk their way out. Send someone to invite both Wang Dong and Zhang Zhengshuan. Say I have matters to discuss. As you command, Marquis. In Luo Zhen'er's courtyard, she studied the manual in her hand, her face cold as stone. Luo Yi, you're saying this was found in Chenger's courtyard last night? Did you see anyone suspicious? Young miss, no one. This blood man elixir technique simply appeared in the middle of the courtyard for no reason. Luo Zhen'er weighed it. Whoever left this has at least early spirit realm cultivation, and the intention is vicious. The blood man elixir technique is a forbidden book in Great Yuan. If the Marquis found it, even calling on my father would not save Chenger's chance at the heir's seat, though his life would be spared. As the daughter of the Grand Marshal of the Great Li Dao, she knew the danger of those 4 words. 30 years ago, the son of the Southwest Dao Marshal was executed for cultivating that very technique. The Marshal knew and did not report it, and dozens of his family were put to death. Only the Marshal himself survived, and only because his ancestors held a death exemption gold plaque from the Great Yuan founder. Remember, do not tell the Marquis. And do not let Chenger know. Understood, young miss. Alone, Luo Zhen'er wanted to burn it at once, but curiosity won. She read it first, thinking she could destroy it after. Half an hour later, she finished and drew a sharp breath. As expected of a top-tier secret manual of the blood demon cult, no wonder Great Yuan forbade it. She realized the copy was only half, not the complete version. She destroyed it without hesitation, though the contents were already carved into her memory. After Chenger took the profound spirit fruit, his talent passed Wei Yuan's, but he's only a genius, not a prodigy. If he wants to become a prodigy, this technique records a method. A figure surfaced in her mind. Since he is already a waste, let him make one final sacrifice. But first I'll wait until the Marquis finds the mastermind. She knew exactly how terrifying the fallout would be if this were ever discovered. At the Qingzhou Yellow Springs branch, Mo Yang, serving as host, waved his hand, and a black talisman shot out like lightning and vanished into the air. Far away lay the black profound mountain range, the largest in Great Li Dao, riddled with poisonous creatures and mutated beasts grown terrifying since the spiritual qi resurgence. No one below spirit realm dared venture deep. At its core sat a hidden valley where nothing grew within 5 kilometers, ringed by the bleached bones of dead beasts, a lake of bones. In the innermost part, a figure sat cross-legged. About 50 years old, shaved head, a fierce face, upper body bare and covered in scars. The black talisman flew in and stopped before him. He opened his eyes, took it, and scanned it in a flash. Interesting, the hidden power, the Azure Dragon Society. I want to see how strong they are. Can they withstand my black demon poisonous insects? He stood and waved a hand. The whole valley shook as if struck by an earthquake, and a dense, dark mass of shapes rushed toward him. He smiled. My darlings, let's go out and get something good to eat. He opened the beast pouch and swallowed them all inside, then vanished from the valley. Outside Qingzhou City in a cave, Chen Ren sat on the ground, hollowed by Chen Tian's death. Chen Dai walked in. Third brother, the higher-ups are investigating the hidden power factions from the old records, and they've dispatched someone to help us. Who? Chen Dai took a deep breath. The black demon monk Jing Su. Those 6 words made Chen Ren go cold. Why send that god of slaughter here? He's the closest to us. Everyone else is still in secluded cultivation. With Jing Su's strength, equal to several spirit realm experts, he can crush the Azure Dragon Society. True, his strength is immense, Chen Ren nodded. A black talisman flew in and stopped before him. He read it, and his sorrow eased a little. Second brother, news from Mo Yang. That old fellow Wei Heidong did send people to verify the evil ghost symbols. I've already told his people what we agreed. Just wait. The blizzard in Qingzhou City is about to arrive. Wei Heidong and that Azure Dragon Society fellow, you all deserve to die. Exactly, Chen Dai agreed. They all deserve to die. In the main hall of the Qingzhou Marquis residence, Wei Heidong sat in the main seat. A refined, easygoing man of about 40 walked in and bowed. Head of the Zhang family, Zhang Zhengshuan, greets his lordship the Marquis. Please take a seat. Zhang Zhengshuan sat to the side, eyes fixed on him. Your lordship, why have you summoned us? Do not be anxious. Once Wang Dong arrives, I'll tell you. But by then, I'll ask you both to prepare yourselves mentally. That left Zhang Zhengshuan turning the words over, unsure what had happened. Then a scholarly man of about 50 walked in. Governor of Qingzhou, Wang Dong, greets his lordship the Marquis. Sit down first, Lord Wang. Wang Dong took the seat beside Zhang Zhengshuan. It has been a long time, head of the Zhang family. Zhang Zhengshuan pressed again. Your lordship, now that Lord Wang is here, will you tell us the matter? Wei Heidong stood. Since both of you are here, I'll be direct. You know my second son, Wei Yuan, was assassinated, his danchan destroyed, turned into a cripple. We are aware, Wang Dong said. Do you wish us to help find the true culprit? My Zhang family can assist. No, I do not need your help. The culprit has already been found. Who is it? In Qingzhou, someone dares assassinate the Marquis' son. Wei Heidong's eyes turned to ice. Naturally, it is your only son, Wang Qiang, and the head of the Zhang family's second son, Zhang Hai. Both men drew a sharp breath. Wang Dong shot to his feet. Your lordship, this is no joke. Lord Wang speaks correctly, Zhang Zhengshuan added. The accusation is too grave. Wang Qiang and Zhang Hai cannot bear it. Do you think I am joking? If I had no evidence, would I have summoned you, Xu and Your subordinate is here. A breeze crossed the hall, and Xu and stood there. Deliver the detailed evidence to Lord Wang and the head of the Zhang family. The two took the documents and began to examine them. Meanwhile, Wei Kai, fully armed and cautious, reached the Yellow Springs branch in Qingzhou, afraid of leaving the slightest clue. The instant he entered a room, an icy voice sounded by his ear. Who do you intend to kill, Your Excellency? A masked figure had appeared before him. May I ask who you are? Receiver for the Yellow Springs branch in Qingzhou. Speak, who do you wish to assassinate? Mo Yang answered flatly. Wei Kai thought a moment. Can your organization bring back the body after killing someone? Yes, as long as you pay enough, we can fulfill any request. Good. Then I want to assassinate Wei Yuan, the second son of the Marquis of Qingzhou, Wei Heidong. A playful look crossed Mo Yang's face. As the Marquis's second son, Wei Yuan's price is not cheap. How much, tell me? 150,000 taels of silver. Wei Kai's breath caught. Lin Yue gave him several thousand taels a month, sometimes tens of thousands, but the figure still startled him. Wei Yuan is already a cripple. Why so expensive? Precisely because he's crippled. Before, 100,000 would have done. But the last attempt already crippled him, and moving again means facing the wrath of the Marquis, so the price rises. You are Yellow Springs, a top organization of the Great Yuan dynasty. Why fear the Marquis? Mo Yang shook his head. A strong dragon cannot suppress a local snake, and you want to take Wei Yuan's body, which tramples on the Marquis's face entirely. So do you still wish to assassinate him? Wei Kai thought of the cultivation technique and the blood man elixir technique, and of the heir's seat. Yes, 150,000 taels. I'll give it to you now. 10 days from now, come collect Wei Yuan's body. If I give you his current location, can the time be shortened? Yes. Tell me. Wei Yuan is at Mount Chuanya, 100 kilometers outside Qingzhou City, with an old servant in the early True Realm. Is your information accurate? Confirmed. Good, leave your details. 2 days later, come collect his body. Wei Kai nodded, satisfied. Back in the Marquis residence's great hall, Wang Dong and Zhang Zhengshuan finished reading, faces dark. Neither had imagined their own sons behind the assassination. Marquis, could there be a misunderstanding? Wang Dong said. My son had a conflict with young Master Wei Yuan, but he wouldn't dare hire Yellow Springs. He doesn't have the guts. Marquis Lord Wang is right, Zhang Zhengshuan said. I know Zhang Hai's character, he wouldn't dare either. Wei Heidong's rage broke loose. The evidence is before your eyes and you won't admit it. You think I'm framing you. You rely on the people behind you and don't put my marquis residence in your eyes. He released his late spirit realm cultivation, and it flooded the hall. The terrifying aura pressed down on both men until they could not breathe. Zhang Zhengshuan was startled that Wei Heidong had already broken through to late spirit realm. Wang Dong, the weakest at only true realm perfection, clutched his neck, his face twisting in pain. Zhang Zhengshuan at early spirit realm fared little better. 20 breaths passed before Wei Heidong withdrew the pressure. Wang Dong sucked in desperate lungfuls of air. Zhang Zhengshuan quickly circulated his cultivation technique to settle the disordered true qi in his body, before it damaged his meridians. Can the two of you continue our discussion now? Wei Heidong said, sipping his tea, all trace of anger gone. They sat back down. Wang Dong spoke first. Marquis, state your conditions. How can my son be spared? Simple. There's an auction in Liang Prefecture 5 days from now. The highlight is 100-year strange fruit. You two bid for it and give it to me, and the matter of your son's hiring assassins is written off. Killing both sons was never his plan. One was an only son, the other the most talented, and their fathers had backing. A step back cost him nothing, and he still got what he wanted. 100-year strange fruit made even wealthy men wince, but for their children's safety they had no choice. Wang Dong ground his teeth. All right, Marquis, please keep your word. Lord Wang and I guarantee we'll hand it over then, Zhang Zhengshuan said. Good, that's more like it. Go back and discipline your sons, take care. I won't see you out. The two hurried out, leaving Wei Heidong alone. With the 100-year strange fruit in hand, now I await news from the great Bright Hall Master. If he agrees, the Medicine King grass is mine. Combined with the revival grass and other herbs, the King breaking pill is obtained. With the spiritual qi resurgence speeding cultivation, in less than a year I'll consume it and break through to the King realm. His eyes burned. The gap between spirit realm and King realm was a chasm. Where the spirit realm gave 150 years of life, the King realm gave 300, and a newly ascended King realm expert could easily handle 3 spirit realm perfection cultivators. Outside the residence, Zhang Zhengshuan spoke. Lord Wang, I don't believe Zhang Hai and Wang Qiang would be foolish enough to hire Yellow Springs. Wang Dong shook his head slowly. What choice do we have? The evidence is laid out. The most crucial part is the receptionist's testimony. People from such a force wouldn't give false testimony for Wei Heidong. Yellow Springs has internal oversight. If caught lying, the punishment is death. Zhang Zhengshuan fell silent. It was reasonable. I'll go back and question Zhang Hai myself. And I'll teach Wang Qiang a lesson. I spoiled him too much. I'll send an elder to Liang Prefecture for the fruit. We split the cost 50-50. Deal. At the Yellow Springs branch, Mo Yang handed over a slip of paper. Feng Wu, this mission is yours. Your target is Wei Yuan, the Marquis's second son, whose dantian was crippled. A masked, slender man took it, surprised. Wei Yuan's been staying in the Marquis residence all this time. You want me to act? Isn't that asking for my life? His cultivation was only true realm mid-stage, ranking 5th in the branch. Entering the residence to kill would be suicide. Ask Wind One. He recently broke through to late spirit realm, comparable to the Marquis himself. Mo Yang smiled. Read the paper. It is Wei Yuan's latest residence. He's already moved out. Only him and an old servant at True Realm early stage live there. For you, this is effortless. Bring back the body. The employer needs it. Feng Wu checked it and found it true. In that case, no problem. I'll act now. I've never enjoyed killing a Marquis's son before. Today I'll have a good experience. He vanished. After he left, Mo Yang gazed toward the Marquis residence. Wei Yuan is about to die, and the one who hired the killer is his own half-brother. Brother Ren is truly formidable to devise such a malicious plan. I must tell him this good news. A black talisman appeared in his hand, then shot away like black lightning. Above a distant forest, Bai Feng rode his summoned bird, carrying Fu Hongsu in search of Chen Dai and Chen Ren. By the clues the hidden wind birds left, they should be hiding in the forest below. The birds could have led them straight to the pair, but they had run into their natural enemies, larger and fiercer birds, and hidden themselves in fear. Fu Hongsu held his saber calm. Retract your bird, we'll search separately. If anything happens, notify me. White Phoenix nodded and the two dropped into the forest. Let's begin. In the small courtyard, Wei Yuan drank with old Mo, who fretted over the Danshan problem, saying he had searched all of Qingzhou City for a treasure to repair it and found nothing. A few cups of strong wine later, the old servant fell asleep. Wei Yuan shook his head, moved by such devotion, and made to carry him to his room. Then Bai Tianyu's voice reached his ear. Dragon Lord, someone is attacking us. Wei Yuan's interest sparked. How many? One true realm mid-stage. Then I'll wait for him here. He set old Mo down, returned to his chair, and sipped his tea. In less than 30 breaths, a figure broke through the formation outside and slipped into the small courtyard. Feng Wu quickly spotted Wei Yuan and the sleeping old servant beside him and marveled at how easy this was. He flickered forward, appearing 10 meters behind his target. Wei Yuan calmly turned his head. I didn't expect to be so popular. Even a good-for-nothing has assassins after his life. No matter how useless you are, you're still the Marquis's second son, Feng Wu said, intrigued. You live up to your reputation as a genius once ranked top 3 in Qingzhou. Facing certain death, you don't even change your expression. He had killed pampered young masters before, and they always wept and begged, offering their fortunes to live. Wei Yuan showed no panic at all. I've already seen the Yellow Springs Road. Death means nothing to me, Wei Yuan said. As for you, tell me who hired you. I don't know, I only accepted the mission. The employer's identity isn't my concern. Seeing how composed you are, I wanted to torture you, but I've reconsidered. I'll let you die quickly. Wei Yuan smiled. Since you didn't know the real culprit, I also wanted to torture you, but it's rude not to reciprocate, so I'll let you die quickly too. Do it, Bai Tianyu. As you command, Dragon Lord. A terrifying aura locked onto Feng Wu. His whole body froze as if his acupoints had been sealed. A fierce saber light lit the entire courtyard, saber chi soaring skyward, and before Feng Wu could resist, his body was split clean in half. Wei Yuan approached the upper torso without fear and tore off the right sleeve. An evil ghost pattern stared back. Truly Yellow Springs assassins. His gaze turned toward Qingzhou City, already sorting out who was behind it. The location, though hidden and known to few in the residence, could be uncovered with diligent inquiry, so the mastermind was likely from within. First Mistress Luo Zhener, third Mistress Lin Yuya, eldest brother Wei Cheng, youngest brother Wei Kai. All 4 were suspects. And hostile marquisates framing them was not impossible either, as the first time. The system's voice sounded. Ding, Fury, you have encountered an assassination again. Host must find and kill the mastermind within 10 days. Mission reward, 2 summoning chances. A generous prize this time. Wei Yuan resolved to prioritize it, both for the reward and because being hunted every few days had made him truly angry. He would end the threat for good. Bai Tianyu, handle the corpse and clean the scene. I'll send old Mo back. As you command, Dragon Lord. Only a lament remained. His summoned characters were too few, and he was short-handed. I hope Bai Feng and Fu Hongsu finish quickly. In a forest cave, Chen Dai read a talisman and grinned at Chen Ren. Third brother, good news. Mo Yang says Wei Kai has viewed the Blood Man elixir technique and hired an assassin to kill Wei Yuan. Chen Ren's grief lifted. Excellent. Finally some good news. When Wei Kai finishes cultivating the technique, we'll tell Wei Heidong. As a contingency, we'll contact the embroidered uniform guard. The Blood Man elixir technique is a great Yuan forbidden book. Anyone practicing it has one outcome, death. We'll see if Wei Heidong upholds righteousness and eliminates his kin or hands Wei Kai over. Third brother, an excellent scheme, Chen Dai said. If Wei Heidong hadn't framed us, how could our 100 Chen family members have died? How could we 3 have ended up wandering? Exactly, he's the main culprit for everything. A pity eldest brother can't see this. Damn Azure Dragon Society. Chen Ren's rage flared again. Just then 2 blood-winged birds flew in and landed on his shoulders, chirping wildly. Third brother, what's wrong with them? Chen Dai asked. Killing intent flashed in Chen Ren's eyes. Their cries tell me they just spotted the one who chased them last time. Chen Dai's face went grim. The Azure Dragon Society kid who killed eldest brother. Exactly. Let's go. This time we kill him and avenge eldest brother. I'll tear him into 10,000 pieces. They followed the birds toward Bai Feng's location. Bai Feng was directing his own birds to search when a cry drew his eye. Two blood-colored big birds rushed toward him, two human figures faintly visible behind them. He decided against attacking first. Better to let the enemy come. He considered sending a small bird to summon Fu Hongsu, but standing alone as if waiting would tip the two off, and they might not attack rashly. Fleeing would only cost time. Better to lure them deep, straight to Fu Hongsu. So the moment Chen Ren and Chen Dai could see him clearly, Bai Feng pretended to notice them by accident and bolted. Chen Ren poured true chi into his voice and roared. "You Azure Dragon Society bastard, I'll kill you today to avenge my eldest brother. Second brother, I'll accelerate. We must kill him this time. You chase first, I'll follow." Chen Ren burned the true chi in his body, his speed climbing to near spirit realm perfection. Bai Feng eased off just enough to let him close in. An incense stick's time later, less than 100 meters separated them. Bai Feng landed on a branch, panting hard as if his true chi were spent. Chen Ren perched at the treetop, killing intent bear. "Azure Dragon Society brat, a day feels like 3 years. You didn't expect us to meet like this. Run, why won't you run? And last time you said your people came to claim my life. Where are they?" "This is the first time I've seen someone so eager to die," Bai Feng said. "Don't worry, I'll send you to hell soon to keep your eldest brother Chen Tian company." Chen Ren's control snapped. The aura of middle stage spirit realm erupted, felt within a 5-mile radius. Less than 10 miles off, Fu Hongsu sensed it. Bai Feng found them and lured them close. He flashed forward, racing over. Chen Dai reached Chen Ren's side. "Azure Dragon Society brat, prepare to die. I'll use your head to mourn eldest brother." Chen Ren moved to strike with full force. Then a domineering, cold voice cut in. "You dare lay a hand on someone from my Azure Dragon Society? Are you courting death?" Both brothers looked over. A figure now stood beside Bai Feng, having appeared unnoticed. Bai Feng stepped forward. "Allow me to introduce him. One of the 8 dragon guards of the Azure Dragon Society, and the very person who will kill you." Chen Ren's face darkened as he understood the trap. Grief for Chen Tian had made him forget that Bai Feng's speed outstripped his own, that catching him should have been impossible. "You set a trap, you bastard, but don't think you can kill me. The power behind us is not something your Azure Dragon Society can provoke. And you think I have no trump cards?" He drew out a black talisman paper, muttered an incantation, and it vanished like black lightning. "Soon you'll know the meaning of despair." Fu Hongsu drew his precious saber. Saber chi surged, the saber light fierce, and his late spirit realm cultivation unleashed in full. Chen Ren's face went pale. Chen Dai, terrified, retreated dozens of meters. Chen Ren had thought Fu Hongsu matched his own realm. That stalling would let the black demon monk Pure Void arrive to turn the tide. Late spirit realm shattered that plan, and the saber momentum told him Fu Hongsu's combat power clearly exceeded his own. "Bai Feng, Chen Dai is yours, this one is mine," Fu Hongsu said. "Before you face despair, you'll face it first." A single saber strike cleaved out, 10,000 feet of saber radiance, saber intent sharp as snow shooting toward Chen Ren. "You forced my hand. Until the last step, it's not certain who dies." A blood-colored, precious sword flashed into his grip. As it left the sheath, the whole world dyed blood-red, thick with anger, despair, slaughter, and death. He drove his true chi to the extreme and swung, blood-colored sword chi meeting the saber radiance. The two collided and exploded. The chi wave hurled Chen Ren back dozens of meters, and he barely steadied himself. Fu Hongsu stood firm as Mount Tai, untouched. A decent sword strike, but nothing more. Chen Ren saw that without his true ultimate technique, he wouldn't last until Pure Void came. He channeled blood chi into the blood-colored longsword. In less than 8 breaths, most of the blood chi in his body poured into the blade, until the sword ran red as fresh blood. Its blood malice chi condensed solid, several miles around it stained crimson. Even Bai Feng was astonished. Fu Hongsu looked delighted. Madness twisted Chen Ren's pale face. "Die for me, blood-drinking long wind." A blood-colored sword chi formed from countless streams of blood malice chi, far surpassing the first strike, locking onto Fu Hongsu and rushing in. Not bad. Fu Hongsu channeled true chi into his saber and swung once. The seemingly ordinary strike held decades of insight into the saber Tao. Saber chi arched like a rainbow, and the white saber light became a giant dragon that charged forward. The blood sword Qi and the white dragon collided. Compared to the first clash, this was heaven and earth. The explosion sent Chen Ren flying, smoke and dust swallowing the field. He slammed through 100 meters into a great tree before dropping to the ground. He forced his weak body up and looked toward the blast, certain that even a spirit realm perfection martial artist might not have survived that strike carelessly. As the dust cleared, a crater dozens of meters wide gaped at the center, trees flattened for hundreds of meters around. "It looks like I won," Joy lit his face. Then an icy voice spoke behind him. "Is your smile a farewell to this world?" Chen Ren turned. Fu Hongxue stood there in green robes, unharmed, saber in hand, regarding him without feeling. A flash of white saber light passed, the saber Qi so fierce it set him trembling. Then he felt a coolness at his neck. What a fast saber! The scene called back his eldest brother, Chen Tian, dead the same way 2 days before. As his mind faded, he remembered the three brothers' happy childhood in the Chen family, then its ruin at Wei Heidong's hands, the years of flight, the hard climb into the Great Li Imperial Gate, and the revenge that now ended in less than a few days, their Tao vanishing with them. His body swayed. He looked to Chen Dai, wanting to warn him to run, but no sound would come from his throat. His last thread of consciousness slipped away, and he collapsed. "No, third brother," Chen Dai cried. Heedless of any attack, he reached the corpse in a few breaths and wept over it. "Why did you have to die?" "Eldest brother is dead, and now you too, leaving only me." Of the three, he was the second brother, the least talented, who without Chen Tian and Chen Ren could never have reached true realm perfection, one step from spirit realm. He rose and glared at Bai Feng and Fu Hongxue. One had killed his eldest brother, the other his third. In this moment, he hated them even more than Wei Heidong. "I know I'm no match for you, but behind me is the Great Li Imperial Gate. They will avenge us three brothers. I'll wait for you in hell." He seized the blood-colored longsword from Chen Ren's hand and drove it into his own chest. Blood spilled from his mouth as he collapsed onto his brother's body. "Let's go, Bai Feng. Time to report back," Fu Hongxue said calmly. "Let's go." Less than an incense stick's time after they left, a black figure appeared beside the two corpses. The black demon monk Jing Su. He squatted and pressed Chen Dai's pulse. Still warm. The killer had only just gone. "Chen Ren, rest assured, I will avenge you." Azure Dragon Society. Those who dare kill people of our Great Li Imperial Gate will meet their end in death. In the Marquis residence study, Wei Heidong sifted through intelligence gathered from across the circuits of the Great Yuan dynasty. Xuan appeared and presented a letter with both hands. "Marquis, a reply from the Bright Hall Master." Wei Heidong tore it open and read eagerly. A smile spread across his face. "Good, good, good. Xuan bring young Master Yuan back. Tell him I have 2 pieces of great good news to share." "Your subordinate obeys, Marquis." Xuanya Prefecture was the smallest of the 3 prefectures of the Great Li Dao, weakest on paper among the 4 prefectures and 1 circuit. The Bright Hall stood as one of its 4 major powers. In its main hall, a sturdy figure spoke first. "Hall Master, did the Marquis of Qingzhou agree?" Zhen Feng in the main seat nodded. He agreed. The sturdy man lit up. Across the whole Great Li Dao, the Qingzhou Marquis residence ranked among the top 3 powers, far beyond the Bright Hall. With the spiritual Qi resurgence, old powers and hidden powers alike were scrambling for a name and a future, and without a strong backer, they would be swallowed fast. "Hall Master, I'm curious, why did the Marquis agree?" Zhen Feng rose. A snow-white herb appeared in his hand, and an exotic fragrance filled the hall, leaving everyone strangely refreshed. "Hall Master, what is this?" Liu Tang asked. Zhen Feng drew a deep, epic lungful. "Medicine King Grass, top grade even among king-rank medicinal herbs. This is the fundamental condition for the Marquis' agreement. And I tell you, the alliance itself is not the most important thing." "Then what is?" "It's a joyous occasion that we can ally with the Qingzhou Marquis residence. If the news spread, the other 3 major powers of Xuanya Prefecture would see them in a new light." Zhen Feng shook his head. "Of course, the most important thing is the marriage alliance. A plain alliance is too weak. We could be discarded as pawns. A marriage alliance lowers that chance." Liu Tang's breath caught. He never imagined the Bright Hall would one day form a marriage alliance with the Qingzhou Marquis residence. Far from all this, in a small courtyard outside Qingzhou City, Wei Yuan sat by a pond, sipping tea. With his dantian still healing, simple pleasures were all he had for now. Then two figures dropped from the sky at once. Subordinate Bai Feng, Fu Hongsu, pay respects to the Dragon Lord. Wei Yuan set down his cup. Looking at the two of you, the matter's settled. Dragon Lord, we have not disgraced our mission, Bai Feng said. The three Chen brothers are all completely dead. A system voice chimed in Wei Yuan's mind. Ding, mission complete. Obtained one summoning attempt. Wei Yuan smiled. Good, rest for a while. There are new tasks coming. As you command, Dragon Lord. They flashed away, and the system spoke again. Does the host wish to use the summoning attempt? Use it. No hesitation. His consciousness sank into the familiar space, and the roulette began to spin. 10 breaths later, it stopped. Ding. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the character summoning card, Yan Shisen. Wei Yuan pulled up the information at once. Character Yan Shisen, Realm Spirit Realm Perfection. Swordsmanship 13 fatal sword strikes. Description, a character from the third young master's sword, one of the peerless swordsmen. His swordsmanship, the 13 fatal sword strikes, is invincible. The 14th strike is peerless, and the 15th strike can destroy heaven and earth. Then the warning. Upon executing the 15th strike, even someone in the King realm can be killed. But once executed, Yan Shisen will also be severely injured and on the verge of death. Please use with caution. Wei Yuan nodded, deeply satisfied. Yan Shisen at Spirit Realm Perfection, ranked among the top 5 combat powers in the entire Great Li Dao. He was about to summon him when Old Mo arrived with a servant. Greetings, young master. Greetings, young Master Yuan. What is it, Old Mo? Young master, let Zyro tell you. Wei Yuan's gaze shifted to the servant. Young Master Yuan, the Marquis sent me. He orders you to return to the manor quickly. There are 2 pieces of good news for you. And the good news is... Zyro shook his head. I don't know, young master, only the Marquis knows. I'm just the messenger. Then I'll go pack. Once they stepped outside to wait, Wei Yuan summoned Bai Feng, Bai Tianyu, and Fu Hongsu. The mission first. Bai Feng, Fu Hongsu, you'll investigate the Yellow Springs and find the true mastermind behind my assassination. 10 days. As you command, Dragon Lord. Bai Tianyu stood rigid, eyes hungry for his own orders. And with Yan Shisen now summoned, Wei Yuan no longer needed Bai Tianyu shadowing him for protection. Besides, the dragon egg would need a mountain of treasure to hatch. Bai Tianyu. This subordinate is here. The Great Li Dao is governed by 3 prefectures and 1 province. The weakest is Xuanya Prefecture. Go there, build influence. Do not expose the Azure Dragon Society yet, and collect as many treasures as you can. Light flared in Bai Tianyu's eyes. It was a perfect mission. As you command, Dragon Lord, I'll gather a fortune. Then act separately. Go. But Bai Feng hesitated. Dragon Lord, that leaves no one to protect you. Wei Yuan waved him off. No need, I have my own arrangements. Depart, all of you. The 3 exchanged glances and vanished one by one. Then Wei Yuan waved his hand, and a white gate of light opened in the air. An aloof man in black stepped out, and in a flash he stood before Wei Yuan. Subordinate Yan Shisen pays respects to young master. At the Qingzhou Yellow Springs branch, Mo Yang walked into the side hall to check on things, the way he always did. 5 jade tablets sat enshrined there. Only the top 5 assassins of each branch earned a place. The jade stood in for the man. If the jade shattered, the man was dead. His eyes reached the 5th tablet. It was already in pieces. How is this possible? Feng Wu's jade shattered. That meant the mission to kill Wei Yuan had failed. Mo Yang's face went hard. Did Wei Heidong never give up on Wei Yuan? Did he plant experts by his side after all? Meanwhile, breakfast was served in the Qingzhou Marquis residence. At Wei Heidong's realm, he could go a month without food and feel nothing. But sometimes he simply missed the taste. He set down his chopsticks. I've sent someone to call Yuiner back. Shock rippled around the table. Wei Kai went pale as a sheet. The news hit him like a bolt from the blue. Luo Zhener spoke first. Marquis, Wei Yuan's only been gone a few days. Why bring him back? Did you find a treasure to restore his danshan? Wei Heidong shook his head. Still searching. I called Yuiner back because there's something to announce. You'll all know soon enough. Then he noticed Wei Kai's color. Cheer, why is your face so pale? It wasn't like that a moment ago. Lin Yuga turned at once, worried. Your father's right, cheer, what's wrong? Wei Kai buried his fear fast. Father, mother, I practiced the frost fist yesterday, that's all. It left me a little drained. Wei Heidong nodded. Be careful with your training, I have matters to handle, I'll go. The moment he left, Luo Zhener turned to Lin Yuya with a smile. Sister, the Marquis is right. Careful with martial arts. If something goes wrong, any thought of the heir's seat gets cut off completely. Then she raised her voice. Chenger, show your third mother, and your younger brother your cultivation. Yes, mother. Wei Cheng stood and released his aura. Heaven realm mid-stage. Lin Yoya's face darkened. She knew Wei Cheng's talent. To reach Heaven realm mid-stage should have taken him another half-year at least. A few days, and here he stood. Luo Zhener read her rival's face and let a smug smile bloom. Sister wants to know how Chenger broke through so fast. Fine, I'll tell you, a profound spirit fruit. My father brought it back from a secret realm and I fed it to Chenger. Come, Chenger, go practice. The two of them walked out one after the other. Lin Yuya's palm cracked down on the table. She thinks she's so great because she has a good father. As if no one else has one. She rounded on her son, voice low and fast. Cheer, don't panic. I'm going home right now to see your grandfather. In a few days at the Liang Prefecture auction, there'll be a treasure profound pill. For anyone below the void realm, it doesn't harm the foundation. It makes it more solid. Wait here. The Lin family sat in the south of Qingzhou City, only 2 hours from the residence. Wei Kai just nodded. But once his mother was gone, Wei Kai slipped out of the residence too. In the opposite direction. He checked over his shoulder the whole way. And more than an hour later, he walked into the Qingzhou Yellow Springs branch, where Mo Yang sat waiting in a chair. Wei Kai came straight to the point. 2 days are up. Where's Wei Yuan's corpse? The mission failed. Wei Kai was dumbfounded. How? I paid 150,000 silver. You're the Yellow Springs, the top assassin organization in the Great Yuan dynasty. A cripple with a destroyed Danshan and no cultivation, plus one old man at True Realm early stage, and you couldn't handle them. The breakthrough Wei Cheng had shown that very morning pressed on him. If this kept up, the heir's seat would slip right out of his hands. He would not allow it. Mo Yang smiled thinly. You mean to blame the Yellow Springs? Otherwise, you guaranteed I could collect his corpse today. The receptionist's voice went cold. I did on the premise that your intelligence was accurate. My original window was 10 days, investigation included. You cut it to 2 on your own intel. And still, I sent our 5th-ranked assassin, a True Realm mid-stage. In an ambush, even a True Realm late-stage cultivator wouldn't have been his match. He's dead, so tell me, what am I supposed to do? Wei Kai went still. He'd never imagined anyone besides old Mo guarded Wei Yuan. And Wei Heidong had sworn he'd send no one. It seemed the Marquis had planted a protector in secret after all. Wei Kai swallowed his pride. My apologies, it's my fault. My intelligence was wrong. If I want to try again, how much? Mo Yang considered. As things stand, the man sent must be at least early spirit realm. Our top 3 assassins are all spirit realm. Add the first failure, add Wei Heidong's obvious care for him. He let the number land. 500,000 taels of silver. Wei Kai froze. 500,000. That's enough to kill an early spirit realm cultivator. Wei Yuan's just a waste. Does it really cost that much? The last 150,000 had nearly drained him dry. To find 500,000, he'd have to go to his mother, Lin Yuya, and that meant exposing the blood man elixir technique. Wei Yuan's a waste, Mo Yang said flatly. The people around him are not. If you don't have it, please leave. Wei Kai took a few slow breaths. Fine, give me a few days. 500,000 is no small sum. Then be quick. At the gates of the Qingzhou Marquis residence, Wei Yuan stepped down from the carriage. He hadn't expected to be back so soon, and by his own calculations, whatever Wei Heidong wanted, it wasn't going to be good. The destruction of the original owner's Danshan was Wei Heidong's fault, top to bottom. If he'd wiped out the Chen family cleanly instead of leaving roots, none of this would have happened. Young master, let us go inside, old Mo said. By noon, everyone gathered in the dining hall. Wei Yuan walked in at his own pace, and the faces that met him ran the full range. Wei Heidong wore a faint, unreadable smile. Luo Zhener looked him up and down like a stranger. Wei Cheng gave him a single glance of disdain. Lin Yuya smiled because to her the crippled Wei Yuan was a joke, and Wei Kai's face was a knot of things he couldn't name. Apologies for being late. Father, eldest mother, third mother, big brother, younger brother. It's fine, Wei Heidong said. Your dantian was destroyed only days ago. Sit. Eat. Half an hour later, the chopsticks came down, and every gaze turned to the Marquis. Yuiner, I called you here for two pieces of good news. First, the mastermind behind the assassins hired to kill you has been found. Marquis, who is it? Luo Zhenner burst out. The others leaned in. Wei Yuan himself was curious whether Wei Heidong had actually landed on the three Chen brothers. The masterminds, Wei Heidong said, are Wang Qiang, the only son of Governor Wang Dong, and Zhang Hai, the second son of the Zhang family head. The table drew a collective breath. No one had seen that coming, Wei Yuan least of all. Marquis, how did you learn this? Lin Yuya said. Those two wouldn't dare touch Wei Yuan. In Qingzhou, the Marquis residence was the true local power. The governor and the three great families all stood a step below. And back when Wei Yuan's talent was intact, no one in all of Qingzhou could rival him but the young lord of the Yu family. For Wang Qiang and Zhang Hai to hire assassins, they'd have to be insane. Exposure meant ruin for them and their families both. Wei Heidong smiled. Are my two wives doubting my investigation? Look. This is from the head of the Qingzhou Yellow Springs branch himself, confirming Wang Qiang and Zhang Hai hired the assassins. As for why, it's simple. Yuiner's talent was great, his cultivation high. He bullied them until they broke and turned to the Yellow Springs. The two women still found it strange, but weighing it against the arrogance Wei Yuan had shown in his prime, it wasn't impossible. Wei Yuan played it angry. Father, since the masterminds are found, what's become of them? My dantian is gone, I'm a complete cripple. Rest assured, Wei Heidong soothed. I've punished them severely. But Wang Qiang is Wang Dong's only son, and Zhang Hai is the Zhang family's finest talent. Crippling them was impossible. So I secured a sum of silver for you, to search for a treasure that can repair your dantian. Inwardly, Wei Yuan scoffed. He'd expected the two to be crippled to match him. Instead, just money, which told him one thing plainly. Wei Heidong knew those two weren't the real masterminds and had used the Yellow Springs contact's evidence to extort the Zhang and Wang families for silver. I see. Thank you, Father. Good, now the second piece of good news. Someone wants a marriage alliance with our Marquis residents. Which power, Luo Zhenner said, thrilled. Is she beautiful? Lin Yuya added. Both understood at once. Any power that came to the Marquis residents for a marriage alliance was no small player, and a successful match would push their own sons ahead in the fight for the heir's seat. Why so excited? Wei Heidong said. I've already chosen the person, it's Yuiner. Luo Zhenner stepped forward instantly. Marquis Wei Yuan's crippled, no need for him, and Chenger's the eldest son. If the second son has a fiancé before the eldest, word getting out would look terrible. Lin Yuya pressed too. Marquis, why not cheer? It's just a fiancé, not a marriage. Wei Yuan himself was thrown. His current status was a cripple with no cultivation. What power would look kindly on him for an alliance? Something reeked here. Father, I'll pass. Give it to big brother or younger brother. Wei Heidong's gaze locked on. No, this can only be yours. The power is the Great Bright Hall of Chuanya Prefecture. The partner is the daughter of the Great Bright Hall Master. Luo Zhenner chimed in. The Great Bright Hall, one of the four great powers of Chuanya Prefecture. They say Hall Master Zhen Feng's saber technique is rarely matched at Spirit Realm mid-stage, and he has only one daughter, named Zhen Meili. With a name like that, Wei Cheng said, she must be a real beauty. But to Wei Yuan, every word sounded like a trap closing. If she were truly beautiful, why marry her off to a cripple? His instinct was right. Zhen Meili, Luo Zhenner went on, is not beautiful. Rumor says she is one of the four great beauties of Chuanya Prefecture. Wei Cheng's jaw dropped. He'd heard the name and pictured a stunner, ugly instead. And though he loathed Wei Yuan, a flicker of pity crossed him at the thought of his brother chained to such a woman. Wei Kai shook his head too. Dantian destroyed, cultivation gone, and now a hideous bride. Utterly unlucky. Wei Yuan was speechless 100 times over. He'd never guessed Wei Heidong could be this ruthless. Denying him the resurrection fruit at the start, failing to find the real culprit, framing two fake masterminds, and now draining the last of his value with a forced marriage. There was only one reason for it. The Great Bright Hall had something Wei Heidong wanted. Father, give me one reason I must marry the great Bright Hall Master's daughter. Eldest mother just called her an ugly woman. Must I, the dignified son of the Marquis of Kingju, marry an ugly woman? If word spreads, how will Kingju see us? How will the powers of the great Li Dao see us? The residence's reputation will be lost completely. Luo Zhener and Lin Yuya looked at Wei Yuan with fresh respect. A man with no cultivation, and he still spoke with that edge. And both understood exactly what it meant. Wei Heidong would only throw away the residence's reputation on an ugly bride because the great bright hall held something he needed. Of course, neither said so out loud. The bride was Wei Yuan's problem, not their son's.